that I think might actually work. So I believe that the issue is that we're so far from the origin. So what if, instead of just returning a random node at each level, I returned the minimum node, minimum distance from the origin node. So like right here, right? We're doing random array items from streams, but I could be doing okay, yeah, I think this will probably work. So basically we're going to bias our initial system selection towards the center, and that can be the start location, and then we can just generate, like we can rebase the world as from there, as the user moves around maybe. So you get an array for each element. How's it do that? Or whatever. That's my maximum. How the fuck is it storing that many numbers? What? This is madness. I guess it's storing like significant digits, and then like this is just like a fucking whatever. But whatever, I think that's probably big enough to be the default starting value, and then we're just doing no. Min. This one. this, if this is less than this, then then we just pipe this puppy in here. Perfect. It's actually awesome. Boop, 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 delete, drop, nudge, do a bit of surgery. Okay, I think this might just fucking solve it. At least for the moment, by itself. Because when I'm doing my logic for figuring out how to move the player around, I'm going to have to figure out all the world origin rebasing shit anyway. I'm a little confused by what just happened. Ah, I see. I'm in the stellar cluster and it's working, is what happened. Not seeing any jitter. Although, some of this behavior is quite confusing. I've done something wrong. Now we can bias it, like instead of pushing us towards the dead center, it'll push us towards the center of like our parent. Yeah, that would do it. Jesus. Pretty big thing to be set to 0. And the fucking bounds calculations. Yeah, it was pulling me towards the middle of everything, not the octree. Now it'll pull me towards the middle of the octree, or it should. Oh boy, we're getting close. The minimum distance is less. No. A is less than B. If our current distance to the center is less than end distance. Okay. That should be it, I think. Oh, we fucking fixed it. It needs to select towards its own, not its... Okay, I got it. I think I got it. Because we're biasing, like, so this is a point inside of the parent. I can't bias it towards the parent point. I have to bias it towards its own center. The center of the one that generated the cloud. So, like, this is all fine. But out here, I need to change where the origin comes from. Like, instead of this going here, this goes here. Wait. Can that work? I think so. Maybe. It also might be a loop. It's not even done yet either. I still have to, like, this is all hand done. I gotta proceduralize this. But it's, like, pretty close to being able to be pretty easily done. It is choking on something. Might crash again. Damn it. I should probably turn down the number of shit I'm generating while I'm testing it, to be honest. Yeah. It's dead. This is gonna work though. We'll bias it to pick at each point the point in the children that's closest to the middle of its parent. or not of its generation range. So like when we come down to the galaxy nodes, we're generating one of those in a galaxy cluster. So we'll bias our selection of the galaxy node towards the center of the galaxy cluster. And then we can do that all the way down. Am I going to be able to do anything? Or I was kind of hoping it would just recover. It did start rendering shit back here. The nature of debugging. You're just fucking around with it till it works. So I'm guessing this is going to be a restart, which is a bummer because I'm really close. I've solved the imprecision issue if I can get this to work. In fact, it was already working, but it was picking the galaxy. It was picking the point like closest to the corner. And what the reason was, I was using the wrong level to feed into the center. And so it was picking the level up. And that means that the center was almost certainly outside of the generation range, which is not good, because that pushes it towards the corner of the distribution instead of towards the middle. The fun part is going to be when I get this system all rigged up and nice and perfect and linked into some way to just nice and proceduralize it with some procedural materials and meshes. And then I get to go and build different types of space shit and then plug it into this simulation and it just pops up. That's the end goal. Alright. I've had enough. Something is having issues. Oh, fuck, man. Always locks up when I'm about to fix it. Yeah, it's sitting at a healthy 27,000 megabytes of memory usage there. It actually doesn't play super nice with Twitch either, unfortunately. I'm going to have to look at those connections again, because I thought that I saw something that might be circular there while I was doing it. But it's all a big fucking mess right now, because I've just been building it all day. And I like to slap it out and kind of slapdash and then clean it up after I get it working. Okay. Alright. Come on. It's not like my computer is slow.
Go to plugins, go to procedural. You will see that you have a procedural content generation framework. I already have it on.
That's going to be a lot of fun. 5.2's got some really interesting shit for this project, actually.
So what I will do is to create a bridge based on Spline. If you didn't come to the last live stream, I created this blueprint here where what I just did was just to add the spline.
This shit's cool.
Just like this.
This feature, the procedural features that are coming out in Unreal 5
5
2, I'm actually excited about because, like, I've been building shit that does that shit on my own.
Another blueprint for this because
and a team of devs that are professionally employed working on Unreal can probably do a better job than I can. So.
Spline. There you go. And I will put it here. And by default, because the tag is named on actor, I will have the procedural stuff I created before. So if you check the spline, I can just go ahead and do something like this. And I don't want that, so I will just
oh my god, that's
change
sick.
this. And actually, I don't really need to create another blueprint, but just in case, I will change this bridge spline.
Alright, now we're gonna fix it.
The tag, I will change it to spawner to bridge spawner. It will be my tag, and you will see that nothing shows now. Now, if I go here, I can move this thing up. We just move this here, and maybe do something like this, and there you go. So let's create our.
I gotta get source control set up for this project, and I gotta clean up the file structure. Maybe they'll do that tomorrow. It's now that I've got the Autry like almost working. It's like, oh shit, this is real now. I can make something sick with this. Let's see.
We have a tutorial on how to make this from scratch. I don't need to do this again, but in general, let's go through it. You have a bunch of nodes you can use.
Another 2 or 3 days of work debugging this and getting it like chef's kiss.
And you have your output if you want to reuse this node in other graphs, but typically I don't use it unless I want to do something more complex. But in any case, I'm going to show you the steps I will do for the bridge. First, we need to spline.
Okay, so this is set here. Anything that's set here can be used here, so we're good.
Actor filter. I can use here to all work actors, and by tag it will be the same as this. So bridge spawner will be my bridge. Oh, I cannot copy this. Oh, I just did. Okay, I just shared the live stream link.
Ah, but there was a loop.
Share it with your friends if you feel like.
I thought I saw one.
So, and I have my bridge spawner. I want to spawn something.
That explains why it crashed.
I will go and get this spline. Not spline. Spline sampler.
Alright, here we go. It's gonna work this time, I think.
Instead of subdivision, I will put this on distance. And the distance will be. Oh.
Yo, I can't wait to get my hands on these procedural tools. This shit looks dope. And that's why I had multiple copies of that too.
Control B. I hover on this 508. So I will just put 500. Just for now.
We've done it. I'm pretty sure we've done it.
And I will spawn static mesh spawn. I can just go here. And here I can put my array of meshes. So it will be number 3. And it will be number 2.
And we're gonna want a scale factor in
Make
like
sure number 1 is also the
right now I'm just randomly generating
one that is
the size of the particles. But like some of them should occupy entire like a stellar cluster, for example, should be bigger in the Autry space. And we can do that by giving it like a scale factor.
Remove these meshes, and this time I will put this one.
So now we can go back in. Now we really can fuck with the details
so it's
of it.
in another direction.
Oh ho ho.
So what we will do,
we have a powerful tool in our hands. Here.
Transform points.
And what we might do is just transform the entire universe simulation around the origin when we're traveling big distances.
Rotation
so I wanted to go deeper. Let's go a bit deeper. Let's go back to 60.
Just like that.
How that? Let's go back over here. Let's get a little bit more breathing room for our layers. A few more stars and such.
I can go here.
And
I have my
10 is fine for this. 15 is
very nice.
Fine for this, but let's go 7,500.
I still have the same problems.
To 12. Or actually, let's go. Yeah. You're probably just hard punch in these values for the moment. Alright, so how far down are we here? 25. This is where it takes us to 40. And this takes us to 55. There's still a lot of stuff we have to do with this. I gotta, I have to like take the generation off the main or like I can't do it all in just like a straight up for loop. I need to separate it out on the event thread so that it processes it in chunks. Shit. Okay, this is actually good. We can see if that really is the closest one to the origin. I've had mixed luck with the distance functions. I think it is. It's just so fucking big. It's actually good though, because it being spaced away from the origin like that is nice for us, because we can like you run into Autry math like rendering issues at the 0, 0, 0, 0 of the like root. Okay. Boop. I gotta make a like a blob point cloud function too. Right now I just have this for the non-spiral. Like I have a spiral and I got this. I can make a spherical one pretty quickly, But I don't want just a sphere. I won't like it to distort into random shapes and shit. And that's a little bit more tricky. A sphere's not too bad. Oh, I'm seeing some jitter. Alright, so I don't think we can feasibly go to 60. It's just not possible. Actually, oh, that's a big pain in the ass. But if I went through the tree, the problem is I rely on this for a lot of the math. So I just don't really want to get rid of it. We'll try 55. We were close to having precision. 5 more orders of magnitude down from where we were at will probably be just fine. It's vibrating a little bit. So the tricky part is you got this, right? And these are fine. They're not going anywhere. But, like, where's our origin? Right there. And it seems like we're the closest to the origin. Yeah. What we would probably do, could I shift the whole system? Yeah, we can't. It just fucks it up. There's nothing saying that I necessarily have to stop to. We could 15, 30. 45, 55. I wonder if that will make me more likely to get closer to the center or further away from the center. Could also do Yeah, that's what we'll do. We want to have the starting system as close to the center as possible, and we'll fly around local space in like our speed, like just regular speed, and we'll give them the ability to go fast enough to like basically get between stars with like their normal drive. And they'll have a frame shift drive that you have to target a location for, and to use that, we'll just translate the entire system to where that system is at the origin, and then we won't have to worry about precision, hopefully. How's our precision doing? Gotta babysit the precision of this whole system because it's so fucking big. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, so we need to engineer this so that we're likely to get a hit near the middle. And that means increased sampling density. Let's give that a shot. Seemed fine. Seems okay. We've discovered the key. We just have to sample enough to where we're pretty sure that we're gonna get one. And like, honestly, hang on. These all need to be attached. Ho 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 ho. That'll work. That'll work. I want to just spawn the user at 0, 0, 0, and I want to pick the closest point and then translate the whole system by that much to 0, 0, 0. And then it's like you're starting at the origin, and we can rebase. So when all this shit spawns in, spawn. Okay. We have to make a backup of this. So let's just do that real quick. Because we have it like working pretty much fully. There's so much left to do, but Like the core concept is accomplished. So now I believe, I don't know. So if I do it like this, will it come in attached to me? It hurts my brain to like fucking break this when I have it working after spending so long getting it working, but whatever. So if I do this, how does the structure end up looking over here? Okay, does. Oh, yikes. I'm gonna have to figure that out too. So right now I'm doing all this in a proc tree, or well, it's an occ tree, but it's an occ tree that I'm using, customizing to use for procedural generation, and I just went with the like basic fucking textbook recursive implementation of the occ tree, where every node has pointers to its parents and its children, which is great. If you wanted to like build a normal occ tree is like maybe 20 levels, maybe less. But I want to build one that's like 100 levels deep. And I run into recursion, engine recursion limits on how deep I can actually go. There's a way around it. You build the occ tree as a hash map but it's like a complete fucking pull apart and rebuild of all the Octree shit. Well, not all of it, but like all the methods for interacting with the tree, and all the insertion and get methods, and the node itself, and the wrapper is like a whole thing. But if I do that, I can make them flat, where they don't hold parent and child references, they just hold strings that map to different nodes in the hash map. And it's a little slower. Well, it's faster for single lookup than traversing like a whole parent or child chain, but it's slower for traversal operations, searches, things like that. It's actually not too bad for certain types of searches though. Like, you can do layer searches just with like basically string operations on the key set. Like, you take the path, chop off, or like look for all the paths that start with a certain path at a certain layer, and then get rid of any that like go past a certain layer, and you could search between like in layers of the hash map itself. So it's definitely worth doing, I think, because it would be very nice to have it flat, because I don't actually populate too many nodes in the Octree, and I'm going to be pruning, so I'm not worried about the memory. And if I had it flat, then I could go as deep as I want. I could have 150 depth Octree, and the only limitation would be like basically making sure that like you run into limitations based on like the scales that you're trying to represent in the system, but not the like conceptual space. Well, let's go finish doing what I was just doing. Man, I really wish. Okay. Ugh. Takes up more space on my graph. Don't like that. A little bit more surgery here. There's like a downside to doing what I'm about to do. That's what is giving me pause now that I think about it. It definitely needs to happen. They need to be children of the Universe Sim. But that makes it so that I can't just double click the fucking layers like and zoom in between them. I have to have this basic. I know what I can do though. I know what I'll do. It's not too bad. It's a little bit extra. A little bit of extra shit that I gotta do. So basically, I'll have to make placeholder objects in this object that are not rendered, but will have locations so that they can be like double clicked and zoomed to. And Yeah, we can make that happen. I'm also about at the point where I could fucking turn this into a for loop and get rid of a lot of this. Let's just finish it like this for tonight. Over the course of this weekend, maybe I'll probably, over the course of the weekend, I'll definitely try to get this all pared down into a functional procedural implementation instead of a hand-drawn kind of implementation. Leave that here, actually. Makes it easier when I got a little bit of room. All right. So now all the systems should spawn attached to the universe. Seems that way. Yeah, it doesn't show them highlighted anymore, which really sucks. Okay, we have to fix that. Okay, but instead of this, yeah, why not? We can just spawn a camera there. UE5, how can you name a first spawn a group? Set actor label. Okay, sure. Give that a shot now. We should have it spawning some cameras in the level. Can you go away? Like, I don't... Annoying. There. Stop. Wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Ugh. Yeah, make them more chunky. Split. One more time. Almost there. Split. Now. Swoop. 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 And swoop. There we go. Alright, now we're talking. So, now can I have zoom between places, please? Are they all in the same fucking place? Okay. What is a node class? Let's see if we get one working first. Just curious. I'm very confused. I don't know what. Oh, too low. We found the lowest level. I'm sub, yeah. I'm sub the number of nodes I have in my, like I've... Where is it putting this shit, man? Why is it spawning that shit there? I mean, look at this. Giving me brain pain. I really want to be able to just zoom to the fucking star systems. But then I can't attach them to the stupid thing. And they'll just be on their own, which is not ideal either. So... So I'm left trying to oh my god. Derp. Fucking derp. But I don't mind if it spawns some, like, I don't know, notes in the stage that I could double click on. Okay, yeah. I do not understand, man. What? What the fuck? How about this? No, I can't do it like this. It has to spawn it external to the system. So what I really need to do is make like a point of interest style actor that is always not visible but contains some like descriptive information possibly, and you can double click it to move to it. And then I need to have this spawn those things. Well, now I can't find my fucking shit, but I can probably find it because it's always at the center. I want some like min sizes on particles too. That's gonna be inside. Nope. No, not minus min, fool. It's so far. missing something. So obviously, the fucking point cloud distribution method needs work. Clearly. Because the randomization is predictable. But since that stuff is interfaced out in this, I can build those individually at my leisure. Too slow. It's right there. then once you get down to here, these are like your local star systems. But like, so this is a proof that the proc tree can work, which is nice, because it's a big idea I've had for a while, and it's a vindication to see it working. What it still needs, right now everything is kind of getting randomized the same way on the size and location and shit. So obviously better point cloud functions, but also I need to be able to have to like tune the randomization core output. So like relative size offset's a big one. If I want to, I need to be able to manually set that, because I would like for the clusters, for the cluster area that I'm going to use to occupy the whole node. But then for like a galaxy, I don't want that. And maybe I just don't want that. I'm not 100% sure, but you know. However, this is fucking crazy pants. It's super cool. I would really like to figure out this deal. Let's try hooking that shit back up. We're like a hair's breadth away from it being a loopable structure. So, and it's gonna have to be before I'm done with it. So I would like, and that works just fine. It's just fucking fine like that. Because we're doing the same thing every time. Now I'm thinking. So tomorrow I want to turn this into a loop. And then it'll just be automatically executed by whatever's in this array. It would actually be better as a list, because the list enforces order. Lots and lots of work to be done, but this is a huge fucking leap. A week ago I was working on like No Man's Sky style portal loading screens, and now I have a fully traversable universe scale construction. I think my offsets are not like my there's definitely some projection issues, but this is more about like level of detail and scaling. So I'll work the other issues out. They're less complicated than this one. So hold up. This is actually a good spot. How's our pattern, how's our repeating patterns look now? Seems a little better. Yeah, that was it. And that's also what was causing the clustering, I bet. Which means that we can occupy lower order levels. Let's try it. Won't know it unless we force it to happen, so let's make sure. Okay, well, I know that the distribution function I'm using there is not great. But I'm not seeing the same level of, like, clustering, I don't think. And overlapping. That's cool. It got the one out here on the edge. My camera's flipped, so it's like fucking hard to navigate. So that's really cool. So now we have some cool things we can do. So I was wondering, like, why everything was clustering up and clumping up. So let's just fucking, here, let's have at it. I'm putting in level 3. There should be overlaps like crazy if it works like it used to. I want to see if I still get crazy overlaps or if I'm properly... I don't see overlaps. Well, maybe. No, not really. It just... This is fine, I think. Okay, I see what's going on. We are overlapping. But now they over, like... So we have an issue. It's with the scales. Like, now that I'm properly multiplying everything by the scale offset, it makes everything tiny no matter what, including things that I want to be more like clouds. So you don't get the big particle overlapping. You don't get the big particle overlapping like the fucking cloud anymore. It's buried in it somewhere. So I'm gonna have to make a way so that when I'm adding randomization cores, I can control the like max size manually if I want to. Hey now. Hey now, diddy diddy. And then I'm just inside of it. Alright. I think I'm called a night. This is crazy progress for the day. I got a shitload of stuff done. I fixed my entree. Like, it's pretty much ready to start using this shit now. And it's going to be a lot of fun when I start writing new entities and stuff to put into this generation so that, like, we can start, like, we'll be able to make particles of, like, black holes and shit. All kinds of shit. Should be cool. Alright. Later.